Hello everyone, welcome back to Dawn of War Dark Crusade Imperial Guard hard mode. Now, I still noticed in the filtering of the recording of the last voiceover that hang on, testing something. Alright, that is too loud. Turn this down. Alright, it's good enough, I can still hear it. Just give me some noise. Some of my words were still getting cut off or totally omitted from the filter, so I adjusted a decibel setting to see if I can get it. I have my drop sheet in front of me, so I can work on the terrain that I mentioned in the last recording. I am doing this the same day, just later. But I need to fix a nail while we blow up. There we go. A Wraith Lord. Again. There we go. That's all taken care of. Now that's there. I will need to be a little careful. Where are those pieces I clipped out? There we go. A little careful, because I have the keyboard underneath the drop cloth, and I normally don't do that because that would be silly. Now, where's the knife? Where did I put the knife? There's the knife. Okay. Oh, just starting to clean up as we defend against another wave. Ooh, almost pinched my finger. Meaning that I almost cut it by pinching it in the plastic. That would not be good. Not at all. We are moving a couple of tanks over to attack again. It is very much, well, much of the same that is going on, unfortunately. Well, I am trying to go through the left side narrow point up to the Eldar base there, or I will be. That's the direction I'm headed in, and like I said before, I do believe that this was in error, that I did not really focus on. I'm sure I thought of it that they are coming down, and maybe I could do it when, say, when they are attacking us like this. And if I could get my force there of 2 tanks into position before we devastate the attacking Eldar, that everything would be okay. I'm sure I thought something like that, and of course something like that really wouldn't work. For one thing, they continuously update, reinforce. So it's almost a constant stream going on, which isn't going to work. Thankfully, those jet bike things don't have a lot of hit points, but their missiles... Why am I not hitting it? I don't know. Yes, it doesn't take much with Lehman Russ's tank to take it out. You hear a kind of scraping noise? Hang on. That noise if you were able to hear it, that's me scraping the plastic clean. A mold line. There we go. That piece is done. And I have to say that already this feels better in recording here because I'm occupying myself. This isn't too involved like cleaning and putting together figures, where that can get a little bit more in-depth.
Let me preach his name.
Oh, got rid of that piece nice and easy. And our tanks did not last. Because of that effect of the enemy trickling in, and I use that word loosely, trickle, because wow, is it pretty fast. Apparently I want to add a transport chimera. I mean, it does have a weapon system on it, and it's just something else that I could build and add, you know? Apparently it's going that way. I don't know why. I have no clue. None. Why? Really? Okay, I can get 2 of them? Alright, well, that's 2 extra guns. I guess I could use that, or maybe a hellhound. Or I just throw it out in front there and let them get pounded on, and who cares? At some point, I do start using them. I try a little bit for the hellhounds because they are very effective against troops in the sense of they break morale fast. And that's nice. That really helps out.
An easy matter for one of my skills.
Let me preach his name. Ready to transport our men.
Yeah, that seems to be the focus. Initially it seems strange, but an extra gun is an extra gun, you know? Yeah, we got our tanks. Yeah, apparently that's where I sent them. Interesting. I just glanced up there. I had slipped and damaged a piece, so I'm fixing that up. But yeah, I mean, if they have production right there, freaking get rid of it. It's not going to help us. There we go. I fixed the piece. but the piece isn't done. I thought it was. So they are attacking us there, yes, of course, because, well, you know, we're hitting one of their buildings.
As soon as the fuel arrives. We'll be off as soon as the fuel arrives.
Sometimes there is a strategy, and you may have picked up on it. I did not build on a network point, resource point. Sorry, network point. What? Where the hell did that come from? Anyways, the enemy hasn't tried to take it over. So sometimes that happens where you can take a point and the enemy won't touch it. You can take it away from them and capture it, but so long as you don't build on it, they don't touch it. You know, so it can be very, very beneficial. Look at that glorious fire.
Following orders.
I am honored that you require my skills. I shall hurry.
Awaiting instructions.
There we go.
Fuel arrives.
Like, you see how ridiculous that is? I'm trying the middle here. That is just absurd. Like, what are you supposed to do? And I'm just like scratching my head. What do I do? What do I do? They rebuild, they replace, they expand. How am I going to do this? And then I just have honestly no idea. The more I expose, the worse it is. I mean, obviously, if I'm making this video, and I did say that it would be a success. So yeah, I do eventually get through, but how? Figuring it out, it's just nightmare. And in some ways, nightmare fuel, in the sense of, I'm blocked off. I just can't do this. I don't know what to do. That's a weird feeling. Just plain up, it is weird. You know? Come on. Ah, there we go.
Ready to transport our men. Fear ensures loyalty.
But
Where do you need me?
yeah, so at least for now,
Fear ensures loyalty.
I just keep trying different locations, different stuff, same units, and just try and punch through. That maybe the AI will screw up, leave an opening. I hit something that causes the AI to not do what it does, which does happen. So it's like, for now, it's this very much tedium.
Let me preach his name.
And sometimes that's what it feels like that it comes down to, is
Let me preach his
tedium,
name.
because you get bogged. But if you don't get bogged down in this way, you fail.
Is that a best?
You've seen what they've thrown at us. If I didn't have such a crazy defense, no way we could survive. None. Just wouldn't be possible. So yeah, it just So I'm trying ways to cause the AI to kind of go break and other things, and adding a hellhound here to help the defense, just so it's faster. I'm replacing things as not as quickly and that, and as you can tell, our requisition and power is not an issue. Once we got this established base, it was a non-factor. I got 4 pieces done. Cool. Now I just gotta figure out where each of them goes. Sorry, I'm turning away from the microphone there. Okay. Ouch. Start point. Okay. Okay. I glued that down. B10 looks like that, and B9 looks like that. That's actually going to be kind of difficult. Ah, interesting. That fits. And B9 goes here. Oh, I see what they're doing. That's sneaky. That'll be a difficult piece to glue, but completely doable. Ooh, nice. Saw an artillery go off.
Ready to win the war, sir. We'll be off as soon as the fuel arrives. Fear ensures loyalty.
I can see why they did not cast these as one piece. It's supposed to be touching to fill a square area. And wow, they made the right choice in trying not to cast this. So we obviously we cannot progress until we get this blown up, because it's kind of blocking the way. Well, we're getting there. We're getting there. We've blown up production and 2 webway gates. Thank you, Sarah, for hovering over that at just that moment. Very helpful. I want to clean this up a little bit more. There. Now to use the flammable inflammable glue. So did we get, yeah. You can see we're doing damage there, but is it the right path? Isn't it the right path? It's difficult to say. I think in the end, no, it wasn't. Oh, and if you're unfamiliar, flammable and inflammable can mean the same thing. As someone with dyslexia, that made it very confusing. Learned that in chemistry class. When the chemistry teacher kept using the word inflammable, and everybody knew that he was talking about something that was flammable, and he had to explain to us. I wasn't the only one who was confused.
Awaiting instructions.
Okay. That's glued in.
As soon as we beseech the machine's spirit.
Would it work better if I did it that way? Kind of, yeah, okay. Okay. Gonna wait a bit for that to dry a little, so I better put the lid back on. And there we go. It's going to be a difficult glue for the second piece.
Look out! Here they come!
So it takes about 5-10 minutes for the plastic glue to completely harden, not completely, harden enough that it's not going to be an issue. And I don't want it to be an issue. I want it to be smooth sailing.
Look out! Here they come!
By the way, if you're wondering, sometimes the plastic parts that you don't use off of sprues, some pieces can be really good to hang on to for doing smash ups. Add some rubble to, I was about to say terrain, but I meant to say bases there. What you stick vehicles and, or some vehicles as well as figures on, so let your imagination go wild. Let's see, you have Girls Gone Wild? Now Imagination Gone Wild. Yeah, that's nice progression. Girls Gone Wild? Meh.
Requested a saga, my lord.
Just saying. Man. Is a queer trans woman? Nah. They're not actually rebuilding. But you can see the large vehicle base of it. That's going crazy in pumping out Wraith Lords. That's their thing. Actually, they may have rebuilt because I put the reveal over there. So we'll see, but you know, if you can just keep up a decent amount of pressure, then it can be okay. And at this point in time, I feel like I am making progress with the tanks, albeit very slowly. Like, we're talking, you know, for every foot gained, if you will, it's taking 3 or 4 attempts. But there is gain. But, there go our tanks. Yep. And it still does feel like nothing's working because it is so slow.
Fear ensures loyalty. Where do you need me?
Fear ensures loyalty. Where do you need me? there's a third-party website that has different 40k models and stuff like that. Actually, there's quite a few. Or models, I shouldn't say 40k. Models that could be used in 40k. And they have, this one website has a female commissar. It just looks amazing. Exquisite detail. I very much like it. If you're just going to be playing among friends, at maybe a local store, not a Games Workshop store, or in your home, look at some of the third-party stuff. Some of it is just absolutely beautiful. Better quality in some ways of what Games Workshop produces. I'm having to wipe these out so I can get my second tank out. Sometimes that happens. Which certainly does slow down the pressure. Which is not always a good thing. And I'm not really caring about doing tactics, strategy. I want the enemy to wipe them out as quickly as possible. Yes, I could hit delete, but why not do some damage to the enemy because they're going to attack me anyways. You know, do a little. Even if I do only, say, 10 hit points against a Wraith Lord, that's 10 less hit points I have to do in my main defense. So yeah, we're being hit by both the left and right fronts, but the left one is the larger of the two. Is almost to be expected, really. Time to glue the other piece. And hope things work out better than I hope. But I'm not sure. It's a little tricky. Fingers crossed and all that. Death ensures loyalty. Where do you need me? At the front lines to be shot at. That's where I need you. Hope you don't mind. Yeah. Okay, slip that in like this. Snap this in, this part up, this part down, and hold that. And oops. Okay, yeah, there. Alright. Hold this for a while. Excellent. Hellhounds have that really nice area effect that just, it devastates a squad if it stands in it, which I like. Yeah, there's a lot coming there, or at least enough. That ability. And it burns for so long.
Fear ensures loyalty. Where do you need me? Where's our fire support?
You requested a saga, my lord.
I forget the name of the fuel that is used for the flamethrowers, but it is not napalm. napalm doesn't burn hot enough for the world of, or the universe of 40k. It must be hotter. Maybe that of the core of a sun? I don't know.
Understood. Let's ride. Following orders.
Okay, we're gonna try and go up the middle there, it looks like. Okay.
Fall back! We cannot hold them! Standing by.
They would have replaced the weapons, yes.
Awaiting instructions.
They stuck something right there, which is annoying. I really should be targeting. I think I am here. Yeah, I am. The vehicle production.
Ensures loyalty. Where do you need me? Let me preach his name!
Oh, that came out better than I had hoped under the circumstances. Wonderful. Let's set that aside to dry. Ah, there. Put the cap on and oops. Take a short break here because I can. Mostly I stare at the instructions. Now, sometimes the enemy will do repairs and sometimes they won't. I really wish they'd make up their mind. So, okay. Seeing how the pieces go together here. B10. Battle 10 million. So that glues to that B10. That glues down to that anchor point, and B9 glues to the new B10 and the anchor point. Excellent. I truly do find this far more efficient and better. I mean, I could be completely silent about the work I'm doing here, but why not slip a little in? It's not going to harm anything. I'm actually blowing them up. What's after this? Do I have the two tanks? I'm not entirely... I do have the two tanks. Okay. Oh, the other pillar comes into effect now. I see. Okay, I see what's going on. That is interesting. Actually, so is another dead Wraith Lord. How many is that now in the series? Anybody counting? I know I'm not. Gee. Oh, there are the Banshees. Complain, complain, complain. Complain, complain, complain. Complain. Alright, yeah. B11, B12, A13, A12, B14, B11 again. They actually sent the fire prisms. Those are heavy hitters. So I am more focused on making sure they go down than the tanks are doing anything else. They can do so much freaking damage, and I'm like, okay, fine, go. We really haven't faced too many fire prisms. They have a kind of area effect there, and pretty much any unit caught in it, it gets knocked off their feet. We do have a missile launcher that is capable of hitting them, which is really good news.
Ready to win the war, sir. Orders received.
Fear ensures loyalty. Where do you need me?
As soon as we beseech the machine's spirit.
Why I'm choosing to go there, I don't know. I mean, the middle was kind of working. I don't know why I changed my thought. It was instant failure, I guess, depending. I think there's a path there. Nope. No, there isn't. Nope. I made a bad choice. If I'm here, I should have stayed where I was. Mistake. Total mistake, in my opinion. But again, hindsight and all that, you know? Mm-hmm. Anybody have the time? Where's my phone? I have no idea. Oh, there it is. Oh, okay. Just seeing if it was time to get dinner started. No. I had to punch through all these buildings. That's why the far side was better. Because here we're being attacked by every angle. If I went the other way, I would at least limit that. I'm having a special kitty treat for dinner. Fish and chips. Fish. Kitty. See? Yep. And I'll have salad on the side. Haven't decided about dressing. We'll see.
Tell the men the cavalry's arrived.
Fear ensures loyalty. Where do you need me?
There we go. Now they have their hover tank. You can see they're just wave after wave. And sometimes it's not even a wave. It's just this continuous reinforcement at the back, and as we get through the ones in the front, they kind of shuffle forward and nothing changes in the back. And it's like, oh crap, really? You know, like, We got a tank stuck. I hate that.
Fear ensures loyalty. Where do you need me?
I cannot
Yeah, ensures loyalty. Where do you need me?
question a psycho, my lord.
That's not good for my voice training, because my voice training should be far more feminine. Yeah, I like that. This goes here. How does this fit? Very snug. I like. Falcon Grav tank. Cover tank.
Fear ensures loyalty. Where do you need me? Because you were all weak.
You requested a psycho,
Out.
my lord.
Little pokey metal thing.
This is impossible.
It keeps the tube part of the glue clear
Orders received and understood.
from any buildup.
As soon as we beseech the machine's spirit.
Look out! Here they come!
And glue there. You go there, so let's get some glue right there. And glue along here.
We're under fire!
I do believe that the middle was working. And if I could have kept the... Too much glue. If I could have kept the vehicle production
Loyalty.
down, that would greatly benefit us in all locations.
A psycho, my lord.
I can say unequivocally, sometimes watching posts like this is frustrating as a player, as I'm sure it can be for you. But now you can see, like, oh, she gets it, she sees it, that was such a dumb move. You know? It's so at least there's that aspect that can go on.
Is that the best you've got?
Not too sure if that's actually a good thing.
Fear ensures loyalty. Where do you
There we go.
You requested a psycho, my lord.
I was thinking maybe there the AI will leave me alone. No. Sometimes they'll go, where's the player? I'm right in front of you. It didn't matter here. The Banshees just come straight in and do a number on the tank. That's for sure. Well, also the Guardians help. Alright. Those two pieces are glued on.
Preach his name?
I'm not too sure about how to do the pillar in this type of setup. Good question. Maybe do it after the recording? Give it a proper resting base so it's all set up, and then I can do another recording once that's dry, where I can start attaching other bits and stuff. That's probably the best bet. So 44Q is done, except for adding the pillar. Oh, sorry, not 44Q. It would be 44P is done. 44Q is where I add that pillar. And I think I'll wait until after the recording. Because then I can get my keyboard out of the way. Put the lid on the glue so I can save some brain cells from the fumes. When you are using plastic glue, do it in a well-ventilated area, in all seriousness. Here I switch from the tanks and go apparently sentinels. The right side has quite a few coming in at us, but we seem to be holding them off with a combination of artillery, heavy support, and missile turrets. They're mostly going for the west side, going along the top there, which allows our defense at the bottom just to the right to have free reign. We also have our Bane Blade there, so very strong.
You requested a saga, my lord.
Just kind of packing up here. At least for the moment. Not really packing up. I'm just going to have to move a whole bunch of stuff. So I'll be able to do things. No, that's a file. I want the glue back. Where the hell did the glue go? No, that's the wrong glue packer. There it is. Plastic glue. I'll sometimes use like the crazy glue or, you know, that stuff. If we don't want to smell the fumes, use that. But primarily use that for Forge World models, because you use a different plastic and you need to use that. Plastic glue won't work. And models that involve metal, use the crazy glue stuff. I call it crazy glue because that was the brand product, you know. I don't need that tool. Let's get that away. Okay.
Will only take me a moment.
Excellent. I will need to get my drop cloth away. Perfect. I'm starting to get hungry. Perfect, because dinner won't be ready until about 5:30. To cook decent fish and chips. I moved the Bane Blade up there. Yeah, actually that does make sense. They were just hitting us more there, and it made more sense to just move the Bane Blade there. Any coming in from the right side that wants to just move straight into this defense, Bane Blade can turn around and blast the hell out of them. It has good range, you know? So, yeah. Nothing to worry about there. They're not really advancing, so fine. No big deal.
Nothing will get through our field of fire.
Get a little bit more range.
We'll get there as fast as we can. Big guns ready to fire.
We have an assassin right there.
You requested a saga, my lord.
Or two. Their stealth does make them hard to see in some of the textures and map colors.
As you wish, so shall it be done.
Yeah. Definitely, this was definitely a good idea. I found it far easier to do the commentary, working on the models.
Is that the best you've
If this was like a half an hour, I'd be fine. Wouldn't have to do that, but these are all roughly in the 40 to 1 hour mark, 40 minute to 1 hour mark, so yeah, closer to 1 hour typically. So this was a very good choice. And I hope you don't mind. I don't feel it was distracting,
loyalty? Where do you need me?
but I will say this. It's still 40k. That's important. So obviously we do not win at this one.
You requested a saga, my lord.
I think I decided to just let the building finish up, the repairs finish up, and then call the video. So I'm going to call the commentary here, and if you wish to watch it to the end, not much is going to happen. I would move out at the beginning of the next video to do an attack with the Sentinels. I'm going to try Sentinels at this point. Even though tanks, in retrospect, tanks were working. Go figure. I do hope you enjoyed this video, and if you are new to the channel, you can do the whole subscribing thing, bell notifications, all of that stuff. And there's a few links in the description down below should you wish to check those out. But until when next we meet, please do be safe, everyone. Bye.
Take care of it.
Quick and fast, just the way we like it.
Is that the best you've got? We're under fire! Fear ensures loyalty. Where do you need me? Fear ensures loyalty. Where do you need me?
As soon as we beseech the machine's spirit.
We're under fire!
You requested a saga, my lord. You requested a saga, my
We'll be off
lord.
as soon as the fuel arrives.
We're under fire! Where's our fire support? Is that the best you've got? Name! Let me preach his name!